Okay, one thing one fan mentioned over at DeviantArt, and some fans have been talking about at several sites, if you will, is why the question is, and it's up there, and I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I'm just trying to give my own unbiased opinion. But the question up there says it best. Why does Ian Flynn treat his fans, his readers, so unusually? Or let's put it so questionably. Or so questionable. Why does Ian Flynn treat his fans so questionable? Well, I don't think it's his fans or the readers. I think it's, in my own unbiased opinion, I think what Ian Flynn realizes, in a sense, just my honest opinion, take it for what you will, but in my own honest opinion, I think Ian Flynn, being a fan himself that used to read the comic and do his own stuff with the comic before he came on board as the writer, I think he realizes what fans want and pretty much knows, and this is my honest opinion again, pretty much knows what fans expect from him. So he pretty much knows what fans are going to expect from him. And perhaps he realizes fans have an idea of what he's got planned. You see, Ian Flynn, we'll all be honest, is not the best writer in the world. He's not perfect, but he's decent. We'll give him that. He is a decent writer. He's got the potential, as I've said in many other videos, to be one of the best. But you see, the thing is with Ian, is he's more along the lines of, I'll be honest. Ian Flynn basically is more along the lines of he's trying to be the best too soon. He's trying to basically do things he's trying to do things that only the very experienced of writers can do. The very experienced of novelty writers and comic book writers and so on and so forth can do. He's trying to take basically put a lot on his shoulders, and by doing so, he's left with this option of having to kind of talk to the fans, as some fans might say, in a downward way. That's how some fans look at it. Because he knows that they're going to find out what he's got planned. And I think that's why he treats the fans differently. He treats them very questionably, because he knows what fans are going to expect of him. He knows that fans can pretty much figure him out. So he wants to throw them off as best he can. That's why, as some fans have said, as some fans look at it, he talks down to fans. He treats them like they're idiots, because he realizes, in my honest opinion, from what I've read, he realizes that fans know what, as I've said before, and I know I sound like a broken record here, but he knows that he realizes fans can figure him out. But again, it all goes back to the fact that he's also put too much on his shoulders. I mean, yes, give him credit. He's tackling 4 books. 3 all ages books, and 1 probably targeted towards the older readers. And by doing so, he's put a lot on his shoulders. And the way I look at it for Ian Flynn is, if you're going to stop the criticism, if you're going to have fans stop questioning how you talk to them or how you respond to them, what you need to do is let loose of a lot of things. You need to pass on certain titles to other writers. other people that can basically say, hey, look, it's like, hey, let me take that off your hands, and so you can have more room and more time to do this and that. It's kind of like with my mom and some of her fellow classmates in a college class, which she's in right now. My mom always complains, and she has a right to, at the fact that she doesn't have enough time to do certain things. I mean, when you look here, if you will, when you look here, we haven't even put up our tree yet, and usually we put that up around the second or third day of December, if not sooner. So when I look at what my mom has to go through, has to sacrifice not being able to do certain things like she'd want to, that's how I look at Ian. He's got so much on his shoulders that he has to sacrifice what he wants. And that sometimes one of those sacrifices is talking the way he does to the fans. Or some fans look at it, talking to them in a certain way that they may not like or may not get or, end up respecting him for. But the other reason he also talks down to them is not just because of all that, and not just because he's got so much on he puts so much on his shoulders. It's because he's trying to throw the fans off. He knows, like I said, being a fan himself, he knows what fans are going to expect, so he's doing his best, like any comic book writer has to throw the fans off so they don't guess exactly what he's going to do or what the outcome's going to be. You got some fans over at the Saturday Morning Sonic forums. Well, not Saturday Morning Sonic, but Saturday AM Sonic forums. And one fan has come out and said, you know what? It's come out and said, look, issue 44 of Sonic Universe indicates that Sally's the traitor that Silver's looking for. And that something along the lines of, what if Sally's, really is the traitor or whatever. Let me see if I can find that. But basically, what this fan is saying, if you will, what this fan is saying, and again, let me find that for you. I should have found that before I started, but that's okay. It's fine. Okay, this fan is Red Author. I've read his stuff before. But this is what he says. This is what Red Author says. He says, well, here is a crazy theory. According to issue 44 of Sonic Universe, Sally is the traitor Silver is looking for. Perchance Sally wasn't really roboticized, or perhaps she does have a free will. This would fit Ian's shock value. It would also explain away why she actually seems to be kind of useless. Like I said, it's a crazy theory that just sort of bounced in my head. Okay, now this is what he got responded-wise from, let's see, Uncle Ben, right here. He says, it does seem plausible. And LaserX5 says, I'm almost certain it will happen. In fact, I'll be shocked if it doesn't. With the way this crazy story is going, the asinine plot twist just sadly seems inevitable. Ugh. And my response is, does it? Or is he making think that? I should have put you think that. And in Red Author's responses, like I said, it was just a crazy idea that recently hit me. And again, it's that kind of stuff that Ian Flynn has fans doing and talking about. What he's saying there, what Red Author is saying right there with the crazy theory, is that he wouldn't be surprised if perchance Sally has a free will, but is actually the traitor because maybe she's getting corrupted or something like that. But by the fact that she's got this power now, she can make things better. We don't know that. I mean, that's what I'm getting off from what I read there. That's what I'm getting from that's what I got from reading that. And LaserX5, the way he feels, or they feel, the way they feel about it is, they wouldn't be surprised. And To me, it's like I said there. And the Uncle Ben member says it seems plausible. But to me, the way I look at it, it's like this. It's like I said there. Does it? Or does he want you to think that? You see, that's what Ian Flynn does. He wants people to think that way. So eventually, it either does occur, like they mentioned, or it's totally different. That's weird. I heard something. Or is it totally different? You see, no one really knows. No one knows. And that's why some people look at Ian Flynn talking to him down to the way he does. That's how some people feel about how Ian Flynn talks down to them. But again, we don't know that. And that's again that's why Ian Flynn, as some fans look at him, treats them questionably, or talks to them questionably, or replies to them very questionably. Because he knows that fans like that could be right on the money. But he's trying his best to throw them off, and that's why some fans look at it, he treats them the way he talks to them the way he does. So, that's all I'm going to say about it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's true? Do you think Ian does that? I mean, again, comic book writers do talk differently to the fans. There's no doubt about it. They do talk very differently to fans. But do you think Ian Flynn, the way he communicates to the readers, is because he knows from his own experience as a fan of what they expect? And do you think it's because he realizes maybe they're on to him? And maybe do you think it's because he's got too much on his shoulders? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.